Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I'm Gypsy Girl, here to give you another lesson for the day. Just want to be grateful. Every time I pick up my deck, I have to be. I have to humble myself. It's, spiritual enlightenment is something that not a lot of people really want on the surface, but deep down inside, it's a part of us, that unknown. And if it's not just curiosity, then things happen in a way that make us pay attention to spirituality at some point in our lives. And better sooner than later for most of us would be a good thing, but it comes when it needs to, right? Hey, this card is giving me a good feeling next to the devil. Not good. That could be a really dirty honeymoon. All right, let's calm down. Get back into the gratitude mode. I feel good. Energy is lightened up a lot. That eagerness to want to do. I guess it's the weather too. It's providing us with a sense of freedom, and we should have that. And I hope for everyone who is in this collective that they understand and have some kind of freedom in their lives. To understand what freedom is and to have it is sometimes it could be a test. Thank you, Spirit, for protecting the collective, keeping us safe. Thank you for protecting me and keeping me safe. What is the lesson for today? What is the lesson that the collective needs to learn today? I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, your shares. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for the clips that are coming up. What is the lesson for today? Lessons are timeless, eh? When they come around, best bet is to just see how they feel when you listen to them. And then pass it on if you feel inclined to. What is the lesson for today? Thank you, Spirit. What is the lesson? What do we need to learn today? Oh, Prince. That drive, that's what he's got. Practically fearless, he's like the kamikaze of princes. He'll just go for it, head first, full force, full speed, really quick, especially if it sounds like a good idea. Let's get there, let's do that. Sure, of course he does gauge what he gets out of it first, because it's all about the fun, How much fun can I have doing this? Of course, he's a prince, so he's learning the ropes to become the king. He has a reputation for not sticking around, but that's just because he doesn't want to get bored. I'm not justifying the Prince of Wands here. I'm not justifying that, because in a real relationship, you want the person to stay. He will give you the impression of, I'm here, I'm in it for the long haul. But as soon as it the the wheel starts to stick a little, or things get too comfortable, like starting to feel like a settling down, like that fire is burning itself down a bit. Instead of throwing a new log on, he says, okay, I gotta get out of here. That, yeah, we don't want to go too negative on the poor prince. I mean, he is very handsome and very cordial, and he is very charismatic because he's charming. See, this is our Prince Charming. But he doesn't like to stay because he's always looking for the next best thing. And you got to take this within measure. So as a lesson, it is to find the balance between the next best thing and the sticking around with the best thing. Like, where is the balance? What will keep him from running off? Or what is it that he is attracted to, really, that he can't stay in one place? I mean, this can go all over, and it will go all over, because that's the Prince of Wands, fiery and passionate, and looking forward, always looking forward to what's to come, man of the future, but never in the present for very long. And that's where the danger comes in for him, because he doesn't get used to the flow. When the flow starts to slow down, he's not comfy. He doesn't want to stay. He wants to move. And that's the adventure, because that's what he represents, an adventure. He's the perfect person to host a party, because the party will be over, but you will have had a wonderful time during the party until it ends, and then the door closes. Okay, time to go, bye. Moving on to the next party. But the memory is lasting. And that's where the wands keep that passion, in the memory of it. So the lesson, again, we'll just see what the tool is. Okay, so we're looking for balance here. A little bit of adventure and a little bit of stability. I think that's what our prince is looking for. He wants that stability, because the tool is in the worth of having that stability. I'm not worthy. You are not worthy because you don't stick around. Giving a bad rap to the poor prince here. Prince is thinking, well, I'm not worthy because I don't stick around. Oh, I don't want to stick around, and that just makes me feel guilty. I don't know. You take it how you feel it, but the messages that are coming to me are this prince. Again, and we're in the lower arcana, so spirit is like holding up the mirror and saying, take a look at yourself here. What do you think you are worth? There is a lot of wisdom that comes with the fire signs. Their spark for pleasure and making sure that things work to keep that fire of pleasure going. Okay, this is where that playfulness comes in, the fun factor. But to what cost? Because after the fun is over, feeling like you're looking at, well, look at all the work I did to make this happen, and I'm short-changed here. The balance. I put out everything, and I got less than what it's worth. See? This goes into the low self-esteem. Okay? And because it's a prince, now if it was a king, it would be a whole different factor here. But because it's a prince, he is still learning. He is still learning how to balance self-worth. Like, I'm known as a player, but I'm not a player. I don't want to come across as a player. I might look like one, I might behave like one, but I'm not a player, is what this looks like. I'm worth more. Because the tool here is to take that low self-esteem and really work through it. You know, what is it that I'm missing? Because he's missing something. How can I come across as not being the player? So what is Spirit doing? Well, there you go. The devil. Well, now, devil has come to help us here, because the devil is going to stop something. But the devil is what Spirit is doing, which is very curious. Giving us limitations, giving us the understanding of limitations, boundaries, obsession, seduction, bring in the self-doubt, you know, the guilt factor. I mean, it's all over the place here when the devil comes. Who knows what you're going through? But whatever it is, yeah, you can't get away from it. Like, you are forced to face this sense of lack. As much as our prince doesn't stick around to feel that, okay, I'm shortchanging you because I really didn't plan on staying in this relationship. Starting it up was the best part of the relationship. Now that it's started, I'm bored. I want to go off and start another one. The devil is here to say, well, are you sure you want to do that? Because you owe. You can't leave until you fix this. You know, there's a sense of lack here. So what is the gift if the devil comes in and says, no, you can't move, you're stuck, you got to face this, you got to look at yourself? What is the gift? There she is. It's funny how these two work so well together. They do, you know. As in the two extremes here. See, the gift in the goddess, well, she's being stopped. She's being blocked. Maybe because our prince isn't ready. He needs to face something. He needs to go deep down and dig into reflection, you know, what I've done. Because the devil is stopping the Empress from any coming into this sense of lack, because she will never be unworthy, whereas the prince can be unworthy. And again, this is higher arcana, this is lower arcana, so this is totally out of our hands. And this knowing, what Spirit is doing is working through us, is giving us the power to say, no, this is not going to happen. I won't allow this. I'm stopping this from happening until you change something about you, because the devil is looking over here. And this is a time factor. Too much of something is not good. So in a temperamental a temperamental lesson here, like learning to be tempered, because it's all about obsession, that overindulgence gave us a sense of lack. that control factor gave us a sense of loss, that holding on to something too tightly, it gets taken from you, and then you're left missing something. When we figure out, or when the prince figures out what is missing from his adventurous life here, the devil will free up. But you see, the devil is within us at this point, saying, well, have you had enough of this running around and chasing tails and, starting up a good time, and just when it starts to get going, you duck out? Have you had enough of that? That's what's going on here. Because if you've had enough of not having enough, because that's what that is, you're gonna get everything that you want. All the love. See this Venus here? All the love. No matter what, there is love on tap. But right now, you can't have it because you have to face your self-worth here. Coming back to the integrity, because that's what this is. This combination here of party animal, sense of lack, it's integrity. It's a lesson in finding the balance of, well, yeah, I have a great time and I want to show people a great time. But then I have boundaries where, I won't go all the way and then duck out because I'm ashamed of myself for staying. I can't stay. I'm not that type. I don't stay. Be honest, I don't stay. I'm happy not staying. But up until you meet the person that you want to stay with. And that's when the limitations come in and you say, oh, but wait a minute. This person does something to me. Doesn't make me feel like I need to leave. They make me feel like I can party on and then go to sleep and we start all over again, because they don't take anything from me that I'm not willing to part with. They don't cheat me of my integrity. They don't take from me my values, what I hold dear. That's what Spirit is protecting here, right? The time that it'll take to be comfortable in the integrity of this prince, because of the type of qualities that he comes with. Because it's not easy, If you are used to going out and having a good time, who wants to stop that? And if you get away with it every time, well then, hey, it's a habit. Again. But then the love comes in. And this is solid love, and this is motherly love, this is sexual love, this is unconditional love, this is all kinds of love. All the love you could ever have. The entitlement is in due process. You gotta give up the habit. You gotta change something. You gotta learn something. You gotta pass through something before you can get to this. And that's where integrity, self-worth comes in. The bottom of the deck is another timing card, Jupiter. Wheel of Fortune. In good time, love will come. Well, now because the devil is here, I'm just going for it. There it is. See this? Not satisfied. Juggling. Yeah, that's why the devil is here. You're not letting anything pass. Wow, deck opened up all the way to the Prince of Pentacles. That's two princes. Let's see what we got here. Okay, there's the integrity. Okay, well, we're gonna have to work with it somehow. So let's just go with, we'll come back to that. All right, so we have our goddess as the gift, which is all the love you could possibly have. But are you ready for it yet? No, we're not ready for it yet. We still have to go through this dissatisfaction. Okay, timing again, healing, knowing what you don't want anymore. That epiphany of, wait a second, I understand my bad habits. I need to change. People that I deal with are not doing for me what I expect to have and give back. They're not coming forward. There's no balance. Like what I give out, I'm not getting back. I'm tired of that. You know, that sense of it's not worth having because I keep getting the same. I don't want that anymore. That epiphany of, well, something took place. Something took place for this prince, for him to wake up to, I don't want this anymore. This I've had enough. I keep getting the same. It's boring. I want fun. But I will not lose any more of me in having fun. Because somebody is taking advantage right here. Somebody is taking advantage, and the devil is stopping all of this. You see, it's all this that's being stopped. Okay? There's a certain timer that's on for the dissatisfaction to come back to balance and make that offer that is an honest one. Because the prince is working. He's working on it. He's working on that offer. Let's see. Needs to come out of denial here. Holding on to the integrity. Because it's a long-term offer. This, no, you see it. It's the two princes. It's not the queen. It's not the king. It's the princes. So the passion and the stability is starting over, breaking the habit, changing. This is the devil is allowing for change to take place, recognizing that it's more of the same. The habit needs to change. The juggling, that imbalance needs to stop. This is a real offer coming with a truth. The prince will be victorious because this is a victory card, because the offer is honest. Okay? And then there's a teamwork thing happening here. Because it's 2 and then there's the 1, makes the 3. And then there's the 8. And then there's the 8. So a double 8 comes into play. Okay? The double 8 comes into play. This is a fractured 8, which is why the devil is stopping it, because giving time for our prince to work it out and really figure what he wants for his future, because he knows he's fed up with a lot of things. You know, like how many women do I need to go through? Again, more. Do I really need? This is the questions he's asking himself. Am I ready to settle down? Is it my time? Because he wants to settle down. He wants to keep his passion and he wants to settle down. Okay, he's working through it. It's not easy. But because there is a 3 and then 8 and 2 and 10 and 11, there's a portal that opens up here for the love to come through. Don't forget, this is pure love here. This is everything about love. And they work well together. The devil is just like, okay, we give him some time. He needs some time. So he's getting his time and he's doing the work, because this is going through the details. And he has the ability to do that because he carries both qualities. This prince is versatile. He knew what he was worth. before he got into this juggling act. He knew what he had. He knew what he was able to give. He knew his limitations. And there's a fly again. I'm taking a chance. Sorry about that. All right, let's wind up here. We get an oracle card. But just to say, again, this denial here, holding back, maybe not so much denial, but there is a sense of denial here. Maybe he needs more time to really understand where his integrity lies. Because holding back compromises your integrity. If you're not ready to go forward, then best thing is to wait. But with the understanding that you are loved, and the love that you bring builds on your integrity, gives you the confidence to speak up. And it's not so much that there's a denial. It's knowing that you have something to say, but you're waiting for the right moment to say it. And that's where the Wheel of Fortune comes in, to complement this. This is Spirit working. Spirit is working, especially here. Even though this is what Spirit is giving us, we have no control. The control we have here is to say, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm changing, and I'm going towards what I really want, which is stability and the truth, the honesty. Okay? The Three of Swords again. The disappointment. This disappointment mixed in with this disappointment is the devil saying, okay, you really have had enough. And then there's another 3 here, which is, we're going to find our way to balance this out. Because again, this is the 8, Come back to the 8 again. Double 8. What goes around comes around. But the details bring in the integrity. So our prince just needs a little time, which is good. This is good. That time factor. What is the message from the oracle for this lesson? Thank you, Spirit. What is the oracle message for this lesson? Thank you, Spirit. Really glad that it feels masculine. I'm liking these masculine reads more and more. And that devil seems to be very calm, very complacent. Like, no, this is just, we're going to sit on this. We're going to work on your integrity here. What is the oracle message? Thank you, Spirit. Feels very, very calm. Whoa. Yeah, okay. Somebody's just not got somebody else's best interest. And look at that. Okay. Again, the integrity. Somebody needs to be aware. Are we trying to hurt, or are we avoiding being hurt? Because this is somebody looking around. Maybe that's why the devil is here too, to keep that somebody at bay, because the vulnerability of this prince is high. That wildcat smells fresh blood, fresh meat. Thinking, well, if it's going so smooth, I can just slip right in there and take over. Because that's what that envy and jealousy is about, Oh, you're building up your integrity, are you? Oh, I'm going to have a field day with that. I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen. I'm going to destroy your integrity as soon as you build it up. This is why the devil is keeping things at bay here. This just true love thing, this all love factor is the prize. This is the gift, And somebody doesn't want you to have it. Think about that. Who in your surrounding area, in relationships, because this is all about a relationship, integrity, keeping it intact, obsessions, giving up the addiction to sex, probably because it's Mr. Player over here. The juggling for sure is about other relationships, other men and women that I can play with while I'm into this one and that one, and I've had enough of that, is what this is. I want my integrity, and I'm going to work on it. And this spiritual connection here, these 3 cards here, let's just shift a little bit. You see this here? This is a spiritual work, if you will, where you sit with yourself and you go through what is value. What do you hold as valuable? Resources here. What is value? What are your values, in other words? Because the devil and the empress sitting here together is a perfect balance. And this is the complete opposite. As much as we want to say the devil is evil, well, this is all the evil you could get, and this is all of the goodness you could get. So it's good versus bad sitting next to each other right here. And this is for your own good, or our own good, because we need to put a hold on certain behavior because we're running out of resources. Self-esteem here, the self-worth, and somebody is only too happy to keep you in lack so that you don't get what you are destined to get. They're working hard, looking around, giving off an energy of no, I'm going to confuse you, I'm going to control you, I'm going to make life miserable for you, because I don't want you to have this beautiful, loving gift. Somebody is really working hard to do that. But then you are going to get out of it, because you are going to hold on to your integrity, and you're going to wait for the right time. And when you do speak, it will be the truth. Small steps to success. Let's read it. And see, there's the party. Fearless I am in the path I choose, for I've never been led astray, always finding my way. Again, this represents the devil. He's there for a reason. He's holding back so that you can fit into your self-esteem and claim your victory with your integrity intact. Always intact. Speaking your truth, standing in your truth. You're going to get there. And then you're going to celebrate it. Because you have boundaries. Again, the boundaries and the integrity go together. Okay? And that devil there today is a good sign. It's a very good sign. I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. And if this lesson didn't come to you as a lesson today, don't worry. It'll come around again. Love and light.